and we're gonna do a Q&A video for you today. Erin is joining me for this video, and first off, we did want to wish you guys all a very Merry Christmas because we're getting really close to Christmas at this point, which I did want to mention that as we get a little bit closer to Christmas and New Year's, you might notice a little bit of lag between videos, like maybe a day or two, because we are like trying to have a little bit more chill time because it's Benjamin's first Christmas and we want to spend time with family, and you guys know how our year is up to this point. Like, it's crazy full of projects, and we are already planning for next year's projects. In fact, we're pretty well, like, those plans are underway. We're already doing plant orders. It's going to be really exciting. But for the next few weeks, we might take a little bit of extra time just to kind of enjoy, just like you guys hopefully are. So anyway, I did put out that we were going to be filming this Q&A both on YouTube in the community section to our members, which you can become a member to our channel, which actually directly supports what we do. And we really appreciate all of you guys who are already members. So we'll be answering all of those questions, as well as Twitter. I did tweet that we were going to be doing this video. So anyway,
here we go.
Yep.
Amy asks, what are your favorite family Christmas traditions, and are you starting any new ones with Benjamin?
Okay, so we both come from really festive families.
Super festive.
I mean, you guys know Aaron goes all out with the lights. I have 8 total Christmas trees in our house. My mom has 3. His family's also very festive. So we have a lot of traditions that we do. This year we probably won't be adding any new ones for Benjamin, just because he's only 11 months old, so honestly he won't remember any of it, and he has no idea what's going on. He just likes to be with family. So yeah, we'll just kind of bring him along for all the normal stuff we do. Like, we go Christmas lighting every year. We're going to be going to a town that's very close to go walk through the lights here in the next couple of weeks. And also, Aaron's dad is a pastor, so we go to a Christmas Eve candlelight service every single year. It's beautiful. I mean, with the candles and everything, it's very, like, I don't know, it kind of sets the tone for the day, and it's really special. So anyway, lots of fun stuff.
Yeah. Pauline says, please, any and all tips welcomed on how to keep curious cats out of the tree.
Oh, geez, is there any way?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, Russell was horrible last year. He's a lot better this year. In fact, he didn't even like notice the trees until yesterday, and they've been up for about 3 weeks, so I hope we're not like regressing. I don't know. Last year I used a spray bottle like on a jet stream, and I would spray him every time he got close. That worked really well. I also put like clear tape on the windowsills that were near the trees so that he couldn't get on the windowsills and then launch into the tree, which is what he was doing. And that helped, but it also pulled some of the paint up off of my windowsills, so I was kind of like doubly irritated at him last year for that.
What is your long-term vision for Versailles?
Okay, so Versailles is one of our most formal areas in the garden. It's kind of in the front of our house, and I love it. I love kind of the structure of it. We did pull the privets that were surrounding it out, and we planted boxwoods last year, and I'm going to start hedging those up this next year, so I'm very excited for that structure to be back. The center of it, though, I kind of want to remove everything there eventually. Like everything, and start over, because we have, like, the Versailles is centered on our balcony, and there's a set of double doors right beneath the balcony, and I feel like to be formal it needs to be very balanced and very centered on that, and right now the whole thing isn't. So we have a big urn that has boxwoods around it. It's very pretty, and that is centered, so that's proper. But then the rest of it, there's a couple of trees and then a statue of Persephone, and we always plant some annuals beneath her, but it's off to the side, so it's not like, it's wonky. The whole thing is kind of wonky.
I wonder what the original idea was.
I think there was a pull-through driveway right there initially, but I would kind of like to remove all that and replace like a ton of plants. I want to put a bunch of plants back in, maybe have like a David Austin rose garden in there with some kind of large water feature. I've got ideas. I don't know exactly. It's like way down in the future because we have so much going on and so many holes in the garden we need to work on. We're gonna have to save and have time for that project.
This is a good question. Did you create practice videos before you posted the first garden answer video?
Did we create practice videos?
Kind of. We went to the garden center, the very first video we tried to film. I had just bought the camera, and
that was a disaster.
We were trying to be YouTubers. I
forgot about that.
Do you remember?
You were.
I was.
I was kind of along for the, like, okay, we'll see.
How did you say yes to doing it?
I'm not really sure. I hated cameras. I hated having my picture taken.
It was a disaster. It was just a complete disaster.
We ended up like getting a big old fight.
Yeah.
And then I dropped something on my foot. I was wearing sandals, which is stupid, down at a garden center. I dropped something on my foot and scraped up the whole top of it.
I wonder if I still have that footage.
Don't conjure that back up. It's bad.
It probably was really bad, and I didn't know what I was doing. I remember we brought lights. Do you remember I borrowed some lights from a friend?
And we were
outside as if they would have done anything.
We didn't know anything.
Oh, so dumb.
But we don't do practice videos. We just
Yeah.
I mean, that was kind of like a first
We did
try.
film 3. Do you remember we filmed 3 videos before we uploaded the very first one?
We did.
I think we uploaded them in order, but we wanted to get kind of like a
Little backlog.
Yeah, backlog going so that we didn't get behind.
Oh, that's
And
funny.
I think we were uploading them once a week at that time.
I
Remember?
honestly don't know what possessed us to keep going, because for the first, like, a long
Year.
time, it was just like friends and family watching. We're kind of like,
Yeah.
aw, that's pretty cute.
It was so much work. I think a lot of people don't realize how much work it is to create videos. They look at a video that's 10 minutes long and assume it probably took 10 to 20 minutes to make.
But it can take days.
Yeah, it's like
sometimes.
days of filming
Mm-hmm.
and editing, and a lot of times things don't work out. You have to do it again to get the shot.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do the right time of day, so sometimes you have to wait until the next day to be able to get the shot at a
The
certain
lighting
time.
is the worst.
There's just
lighting
so
is
many
so hard
variables.
for us
Yeah, but anyway, it was so much work for no return
for a long time.
for a long, long time.
And we did that like every weekend, and every evening we were working on. I don't know why. I mean, I'm glad we did now, because how fun is it now? It's so awesome to be
Yeah.
able to make videos and get to know you guys. I don't know.
Yeah.
Super thankful.
How soon should I order fillers for any outdoor arrangements I plan on doing around my porches, walkways, from my local nursery florist?
You know what? I would go talk to them right now. If you know what you want, and the earlier you can get your order in, the better, because a lot of times we're doing, like, I remember when I was down at the garden center more, we would do a lot of pre-ordering in the winter months or really early spring months. So if we had a list of what people were looking for, it was really easy and nice to be able to get those things just on order. Then we knew when they were going to come. We could select the week that we wanted them to be ready. So if you know what you want, I would go talk to your local garden center right away.
Have the previous owners of your house been over to see all the changes you've made?
They drove through last year, and honestly I was kind of embarrassed because they drove through and it was 104 degrees, so everything looked really dry and hot.
Yeah, and we had open trenches.
We had open trenches everywhere because we were taking out like electrical poles and getting new water lines run. We just had one of the elms removed, so there was
Yeah.
like a huge hole, and then all the privets were gone and none of the boxes were planted yet. They were just sitting there, but not like in a neat way. They were just kind of like messy. I don't know. I did tell him to come around and look at the lights this winter. I don't know if they've come through yet or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Who are your favorite gardeners? What magazines, books, or publications do you follow for inspiration?
So I do have a couple of magazines that I love and I subscribe to. So they're the English Garden and Victoria magazine. And they're two that my mom always had a subscription to, and I just love them. They like kind of embody the style that I would love to have. I don't feel like I'm quite there yet, like I'm still evolving, but I look at the pictures and I'm just so inspired by them. And I would rather have like the paper copies of everything, books, magazines. In fact, I do all of my to-do list still on a pad of paper with a pencil, not even a pen. It drives Aaron crazy.
Hard.
But
It's so hard to communicate with you.
It's the way I process. Like, I do better if I can write out a to-do list or write out a plant order and then type it again. It, like,
Yeah.
reiterates it in my brain. But a lot of people don't understand that. I don't know. Anyway, I love those two magazines. I also love an author by the name of Beverly Nichols from England. He is no longer alive, but he wrote about his garden journey. Aaron's closing the greenhouse door. It keeps like flipping open. He wrote about his gardening journey throughout his life. So he had several gardens in England, and it was really interesting, and he's funny, like super entertaining. Get it handled?
I'm back.
Okay.
Okay, let's switch to Twitter. We're done with YouTube.
Nice. Thanks for all those questions. It's so
Yeah.
awesome. We'll try to get through as many of these. I need to stop talking as long. I always watch Q&As back and I'm like, dang, I'm so full of words. I need to be more like precise with my answers.
Where can I order a quality, affordable greenhouse?
So we ordered the one we're sitting in, which is technically a cold frame. It's not a greenhouse, but I know they have a ton of different options from Farm Tech online. We'll find a link, or we'll try to remember to put a link down below. This one is a Gothic arch style frame. It's 20 feet wide, 36 feet long, and probably the best thing that we've ever done on this property since we moved in. My dream goal, like on my bucket list, is to have a Hartley Botanic greenhouse. Totally not like affordable. That's why it's on my bucket list. It's going to take us a while to save up for that one, but
They're beautiful, though.
They're the glass type, you guys, with like a brick or a stone wrap around the bottom. There's a whole bunch of different styles, and I got to look at a few of them when we were in England several years ago, and I just love them. Anyway.
Is Benjamin saying any words?
Not really.
Mom, mom, mom,
A bunch of gibberish. It's so cute.
Yeah.
So cute. He does mama, mama, and he does a lot of, he goes like this, and he goes, like, and creates a bunch of like spit bubbles. He thinks it's awesome. Oh, he's so cute.
He loves being outside, and I'll take him outside, and he'll just point at nothing in particular, and just go, ma, ma,
The whole entire
over and
time
over and
he's
over.
outside.
Yeah, and it's like he's trying to communicate something, but I don't know what it is. Just wanting me to look at whatever he's pointing at.
He is walking though, like he's walking maybe like 10 steps between us. His balance is getting better. Like I feel like he'll take off on his own very, very quickly. He has been crawling for quite a while now, and he's been wanting to walk since he was 6 months old, like, you know, assisted of course, but I feel like everything's going really well, and he moves so much. Like he hasn't gained an ounce in the last few weeks because he is just...
He's a mover.
He's a mover. He doesn't like to cuddle. Like he just wants to be...
He wants to go.
Like go all the time.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do.
Which bodes well for me in the future. I love it.
How's your fiddle leaf fig doing?
Really well. We filmed a video on that fiddle leaf fig up in our sun porch, and then we moved it inside once it got a little bit too cold, and it's been sitting in the same spot in the great room since then.
It looks nice.
Yeah, it does. It does have like one wild arm, and I've been looking at it, kind of trying to decide if I should
take it off.
Yeah, clip that down or not, but it's doing great. It just keeps putting on new growth, very low maintenance.
Types of small evergreens, 15 to 20 foot max, that you would recommend?
Oh, there's a whole bunch of them actually. So we have a whole hedge of North Pole arborvitaes that looks super great. They get like 10 to 15 feet tall, 3 to 5 feet wide, so they're a really great evergreen to tuck in places. There's a ton of different types of arborvitaes, lots of different spruces. What I would do is go down to your local garden center and ask them about it, and they can probably show you a catalog where you can see all the mature sizes of all these plants and what they look like at maturity, because that's important too, to see the structure. I love doing that. I love to look through plant catalogs. But that's what I would do.
Samantha asks, how do you prevent yourself from feeling too overwhelmed with all the projects you do? Love you guys. Heart.
I do get overwhelmed because we have a lot of things going on, and there's a certain pressure, you know, when I do some projects, I really want to be able to show you guys progress updates. So when it gets really hot and things are like starting to fade in the summertime, there's a huge amount of pressure I feel to keep things maintained, keep them watered, keep them fertilized, like keep going, you know, when I kind of just want to like hole up in some air conditioning sometimes when it's 108. I think that's how hot it got this last year. It can get overwhelming, and this year was even harder because of Benjamin being born. It just puts a whole new spin on life. And I was actually looking through Instagram the other day because I needed to find a picture from last spring, and so I saw all the stuff that we got done, and I told Aaron, like, I don't understand how did we get that done? Like, how did we actually get those projects done? And they looked good. Like, how did we do that? But you know, we do have some really good people in this area that we can call on for help too, especially over the last 2 years when I wasn't physically able to do a lot of digging or lifting when I was pregnant, and then this year with Benjamin we want to spend time with him too. So there are some really great people that we call on to help.
Do you plan on having any more children? Yes. 12 to 15.
No way.
What projects are you looking forward to the most in spring? Will the new walkway project be filmed? Love your channel. Yes, it'll be filmed.
It will be filmed. We are not doing that though. We are not putting that pathway in ourselves. We kind of assessed that area.
It would take us too much time.
It would take so much time, but it's going to be pretty. We have some amazing people coming to put that in, and they're going to also line the driveway with some brick. I think it's going to be really pretty, but we will try to capture as much of that project as we can.
I want to start a garden to have fresh cut flowers. Where do I start?
You know, I would get on like Instagram and look at some flower farmers. I think that's where I would start. Like, you could start with Florette Flower. I think that's what her Instagram's called. She's a flower farmer, and she actually does like little videos that you can sign up for. And she's got a blog too, I think, that has tons of information and books. I would start there because that is the wealth of information right there from somebody who has done it already. Yeah.
Adam asks, what are the best evergreen shrubs to plant in containers in zone 5 or lower?
So the best thing you can do is go to like provenwinners.com, and you can search for plants based on zone, and you want to search for evergreens zone 3 or lower, because you always want to do like shoot for 2 zones lower than your current growing zone. So I'm in zone 5 too, so I do put like zone 5 boxwoods in containers, but it is a risk. If you can go zone 3 or lower, that's the best way to go.
Any products you know of that can help with moles, voles, and or gophers? Thank you and Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
There's like, I think Bonite has a Mole Max.
Oh, yeah, they
they've
do.
got several different repellents that work really well. So I would, like, I think you can get onto their website, right? Like bonide.com.
Yeah, they have a...
Like a troubleshoot guide. Like,
Yeah.
and it'll show you what you can use based on the nuisance pests that you're dealing with.
I'll put a link down below. How about some tips or basic care on poinsettias?
We just filmed a video about that. In fact,
Yeah.
are you done editing?
Yeah, I just finished editing it today. It'll probably go up after this one.
Yeah, so there you go.
Like a day or two after this one.
All right, so I think we're gonna wrap up this Q&A video right there. Thank you guys so much for all the questions you sent over. It was really fun to just sit down and do another one of these videos because it's been a while. So anyway, thanks so much for watching and hanging out with us, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.